Hi guys, it's my second video. Hi, hello, I'm Daria. Nice to meet you. And it's not a vlog. This is the video of how I study English. Yeah, because I decided that I want to share with you my usual habits and my plan that I follow, and it actually helped me to learn English and improve my level. To start with, I learned English from my childhood, maybe from 5 years old, something like that. And I don't have a high level of English, maybe B1 or B2, yeah, and I need to improve my skills and increase my level in a year, because I probably want to study abroad, so I will need to take IELTS exam. When I was a kid, I just had 2 lessons with my different tutors a week, 2 hours, yeah. And of course you can't really learn language if you study only 2 hours. And I started to find out about the ways of learning English and also languages, other languages, only a year ago, yeah. And I think my level really increased since 2025 or I think, yeah, something like that. These are clear, easy advices, but I think they can help you to improve your level of language, English or another. Today I will tell you about 4 parts of learning languages: reading, vocabulary, listening, and speaking. And also I want to say that, of course, discipline and consistency are very important in learning languages. And if you will not if you want study language English every day, or just constantly, like you want, and like you won't see progress. Yes, so it's really important. I want to say you that actually I have better skills in reading and listening than in speaking and vocabulary. And we are going to start with reading. Of course, reading is related to vocabulary, yes, like most of the parts, but for me it's more related, yeah. So I will tell you about reading and vocabulary at the same time. Yeah. Personally, I read 2 things. First, are books. Earlier, I used to read adapted literature, yeah, but now I have B1, B2 level, and I just buy books that is not really difficult. And the main thing is that you shouldn't read the genre that you don't like. You should find maybe an author in English or other languages that you like in your native language, and don't buy books that have a higher level than yours, because it will be difficult, it will be stressful, you will not understand a plot, you won't like reading like that. You need to find books that are common for your level, and you need to understand most of information, and just find different words that you don't know and then learn them. I will tell you how I learn words later. Actually, I have a little collection of books in English, and I think I should show you, yeah. Okay, I haven't read most of them, but they just have a higher level than I have. Yeah, but in the future I will read them all in all. So the first book is it's a vintage one, Alibaba and 40 Thieves. Yeah, it's easy. It's really easy to read. Yeah, but I just started to read it. It's really small. Then this book is too difficult, so don't care. Okay, Coralina. I read it, and it wasn't really difficult to read, and I actually recommend it for those who has the same level with me. Yeah. Then it's Before the Coffee Gets Cold. I think it is common for my English level, but I haven't read it yet. It was a present, but I think it is common. Yeah, it's so beautiful. Then it's House Moving Castle. I don't remember, but I read first pages and they weren't really difficult. So I think it is also common for B1, B2. Yeah, then it's Call Me By Your Name. I started to read it, but it was a bit difficult. I understood most of the text, but there are lots of difficult words, adjectives, so I don't know. Then it's my favorite book in English for now. It's The Perks of Being a Wallflower. It is ideal to read when you have B2, B1, B2, and I really love it. I love the movie, I love this book, and I really recommend you to read this one. It's easy to read, you can read it really fast, and yeah, I just love this one. Then it's The Picture of Dorian Gray. I read it in my native language, in Russian, and I understood most of the text, but it is also difficult to read because it has difficult words and there are lots of them. So I think it's more for B2, C1. Yeah. Then it was a present, yeah, and I will read it in the future because I heard that it's also really difficult, but I just wanted to have it. It's A Little Life. It's huge, and I don't remember, but I think I heard that it is difficult, so I think it will wait for me. And 2 books left. Next one, it's A Little Prince. I read an adapted version of it for A2, but it's an original one, and I think it's also easy to read when you have B2, B1, B2, sorry. Yeah, and the last one, it's The Summer I Turned Pretty. I started reading it like 3 days ago, and it's really easy. It's comfortable, so I just read them, then I circle new words, and then I learn it, but we will talk about it later. And the second thing that I use for reading, it's articles. I try to read different articles with academic English, with academic words, because I'm planning to study in English, so I need more academic vocabulary. For example, you can find different articles on BBC. They have different articles about business, technology, health, culture, art, travel, earth, sport. I think you can find something that you will really like to read. Then I also read New Yorker. Also I like Economist. I think I will probably study business and economics in university. So I'm trying to read vocabulary that is related to business and economics. I read books and articles, and then I write down words and phrases that I don't know, new ones or just ones that I forgot. Let's talk about how I learn vocabulary and how I learn words. Earlier, I used to study words like that. I just wrote the word and the translation of it. If you learn words like that, they won't be in your head for a long time. Yes, you will just forget them. So let's look at the example. We have word obligation, and we don't need to write the translation of it. Firstly, you need to go to Cambridge Dictionary and find this word obligation. I just write the definition, but sometimes you can't understand by definition, so you can write a translation of the word. And then I'm trying to imagine a situation with this word, a little situation, maybe 1 or 2 sentences, or I just also look at the Cambridge Dictionary. There are good sentences that they have when you look at this word, and I just wrote this sentence. And the second thing you need to do to remember all of your words that you learned, you should repeat them. I repeat them like that. At first, I repeat them in the evening of the day that I learned them. Then maybe in 2 or 3 days, and then in a week or 2. Yeah, I just sometimes read my notebook with words, and I'm trying to remember them. Also, you can try to make a little story with all of the words that you learned in a week. And try to write an essay and a story with them. It can be funny, it can be stupid, but it will help you to remember all of your words and to repeat them. So what we have left is speaking and listening. Okay, what about speaking? Mostly I'm training my speaking skills with my tutor when I have our lessons 2 times a week, but also I start to run this channel, and if you watched my first video, my vlog, you can saw the difference between me at the beginning of this video and at the end. I see it. Yes, personally I see it and I feel it, because at the beginning I was really stressful and panicking about speaking English and also speaking when I'm filming. And I want to recommend you to film yourself when you speak. So you can just film yourself. Also, it will help you to be more confident when you film videos, and in general, it will help you to be more confident about your speech. Yes, you will see progress, because it's amazing. I'm really thankful that I started to film videos when I speak English, because now I'm not that stressful. So I want to recommend you to speak with your friends if they also study English, because they can practice, you can practice, and you can have fun together. You can joke in English, yes, and just hang out together. Yeah, I sometimes do it with my best friend. Yeah, we really like it, but it is a bit difficult if you have different level of English, but all in all, you can try to do it. And the last part, it's listening. As I told you, I think my reading and listening skills are better than another. So I really like to listen to native speakers. A year ago, I started to watch films, movies, cartoons only in English. Yeah. Now I watch everything only in English, according to movies and cartoons. And sometimes I watch something in Russian with my parents, but it's not really often. So most of content that I watch is in English. And I just want to say you that that's amazing. I really love watching everything in English. I really like listening to native speakers, and it's amazing to watch movies like they were created at the beginning. You will probably be so bored and so stressed and tired of watching movies and everything in English, but then you will understand for what you did that, really, because at first it's really difficult. Yeah, for me it was, but now I really love it. I recommend to start you with cartoons. Yes, because we made for kids and they're usually not really difficult. And also I recommend you to use English subtitles. I don't recommend to use subtitles of your native language. Only if you have a low level of English, of course, you need to use subtitles of your native language. But I recommend not to do that. And actually, I recommend you to watch movies, whatever, with English subtitles, not for a really long time period, because subtitles will distract you from listening and understanding what you hear, and they will distract you from the actions, yes, and characters. So I would recommend to not use subtitles. Then you will feel more confident in listening. And also all of social medias that I follow, they are in English. All of the content that I watch in English, but not for YouTube, because I didn't find bloggers which I would like. But sometimes I just watch videos that YouTube recommend me, and also I really love Emma Chamberlain, her vlogs and her podcasts. I really love Emma. I just love her content, and I like to listen to her. And also sometimes I watch the Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. I also like this show with different actors, yes, and others. I think if you try, you can find something that you will like to listen, to watch, yes, and to entertain. And I want to say you again that you need to like what you listen to, what you watch, what you read, because if you like it, you will enjoy studying. You will enjoy learning English and other languages. Yes, it will be just easier for you to learn something new if you like it. Yes. So that's all. I really hope that some of my advices were helpful for you and you like some of them. I just want to wish you not to give up and try and try again. You can think that you won't understand everything and anything, and you won't learn language, English, whatever. But if you really like and if you really want, you can do it. I believe in you, and thanks. Goodbye.